Good morning, everyone, and thanks for the invitation, also on behalf of my colleagues. Today, we present in this paper the preliminary results of our archaeological and palaeobiological study of a very large human sample recovered from Piazza Corrubbio necropolis in the heart of the Roman city of Verona. We can see the location of the city in northern Italy, a schematic plan of the city of Verona in Roman age, and the location of Piazza Corrubbio necropolis, the position of River Adige, and its close proximity to San Proclo Cemetery and the church of San Zeno Basilica. The emergency excavations took place from 2009 to 2011 in the actual square and led to the discovery of 394 tombs of various typologies. And their general plan can be seen in this slide, together with those of religious or private structures in it. The necropolis seems to have been used uninterruptedly from the 3rd to the 8th century Anno Domini in 3 distinct phases of occupations, according to archaeological data, such as some coins found in the tombs. We performed also several carbon-14 datations, but up to now, we couldn't really find a link among different tomb typologies and period of use or other features such as sex or social status of the deceased population. Even if children seem to have been frequently buried in amphorae, thanks to their small size, even if there are also some young adults buried in amphorae. The conclusions is that we have 1,000 years of brick coffins tombs datations. This because we have 5 brick coffin tombs analyzed by carbon-14. In this slide, we can see the number of the tombs excavated, 394 between 2009 and 2011, in 2 different excavation campaigns, and the main burial typologies. The majority is cappuccina and brick and lithic coffins. A graphic with the main typologies of burials in Piazza Corrubbio, and some examples of the main typologies. So this is a burial of so-called cappuccina type, a grave in brick coffin, a grave in lithic coffin, and a grave in amphora. From a paleodemographical point of view, the human sample is formed by 90 adults and 48 juveniles. For children, we have few perinates and neonates in our record. That shows a peak of mortality around 1 to 3 years old. This peak of mortality has been frequently observed in other skeletal series and could be explained with prolonged breastfeeding, delayed weaning age, and the risks associated. Here we have the sex distribution of the adult sample. We can see that males and females are almost equally distributed. And we observed that females seem to be more at risk during their fertile age. So they die younger, while males seem to reach older ages. Here in this slide, we can observe the stature estimation of our human sample using Trotter and Glaser methods. We have an average that falls in the population values we recorded for other late antiquity and Middle Age sample. In fact, in our laboratory in Venice, we have a database of more than 2,000 analysis subjects. we can see that the sample of Comacchio, a site near Venetian Lagoon for the modern age, last on the right, shows a marked increase of values. Regarding the halt statues of our human sample, Cribra orbitalia as indicators of iron deficiency anemia were very frequent, especially among juveniles, such as other dental pathologies and enamel defects, such as caries, hypoplasia, and calculus. Among skeletal pathologies, arthrosis was very frequent, especially on the spine and the older subjects, as periostitis of the lower limbs. In this slide, we can see on the left a partial sacralization of the last lumbar vertebra, and on the right, a case of spina bifida. Several and serious fractures of the lower limbs, arthrosis, Schmoll nodes, and markers of occupational stress have been recorded. And they are very frequent and testify the engagement of our population in heavy physical tasks for upper and lower limbs, and also for scapular girdle. Here we have notch-like defects and serious muscular attachment. Also in this slide, with the vastus notch, squatting facets, several markers of occupational stress. And finally, a case of bone tuberculosis of the spine in tomb 100, with also vertebral collapse. We made also isotope analysis from the human sample of Piazza Corrubbio. We made the stable isotope analysis on 32 individuals, and we obtained some important information, such as carbon isotopic analysis can provide insights into the diet, essentially based on the consumption of carbon-3 plants, which include fruit, vegetables, cereals, such as wheat, oats, rice, and fodder, and carbon-4 plants, such as sorghum and some varieties of millet. On the other hand, nitrogen isotopic analysis instead can provide dietary guidance regarding the type of protein consumed. We have some graphic comparisons, and the most important results we obtained is that 2 individuals, A and B, from tomb 95, are a male and a female, who both went from a diet based on carbon-4 cereals and very little animal protein to a diet richer in carbon-3 cereals and meat. So this change in diet probably depends on their migration towards the Verona area. We aim to continue the palaeobiological study, analyzing in the near future all the remaining single burials of the non-adults, of the juveniles, and other typologies of graves, also together with the continuation of this chemical and physical analysis. I have finished the presentation, and thank you all very much for your attention.